Hey book nerds, welcome to another episode of Book Talk, where we talk about books and anything else that comes to mind. Today I have a couple of books that I want to talk about. I know it's been a little bit since I was able to do a book talk episode for you, and I apologize. We had a bit of a medical incident that happened with my husband, and so we had to take care of that. Everything's fine. He is recovered and all is well, but that kind of prevented me from being able to sit down and have a book talk with y'all, and so I apologize for that. But that just means that we have more books to talk about this time. We're also going to be doing an unboxing. I got a book box from Arcane Society that I need to open up, and I thought we would do that together. So let's dive in and get into it. So the first book that we are going to be talking about is an ARC that I was able to receive a couple of weeks ago, and that is Songbird Hearts. Let's see if I can get this to focus for you. By Kendra Moreno. Now, this book is actually the third book in her kind of cowboy series. Let me just show you, because I have the other two. So the first one in the series is Barbed Hearts. Such a good book. Oh my gosh. You guys, this series is amazeballs. If you have not read this series, you need to read it. The second one in the series is Honeybee Hearts. So good. Oh my gosh. And I just want to show you, because I'm so proud of it. Look at the edges that I did on these. Oh, it was so much fun. So this is Barbed Wire Hearts, and then this is Honeybee Hearts. Anyway, I'm super proud of the edges that I did. See? Anyway, tooting my own horn there. But anyhow, so then we have Songbird Hearts, which is also in that same series. So basically, let me give you the gist of what is happening. So this is kind of her cowboy series. She's built kind of this world. It's not really a world, but it's like this town that obviously doesn't exist in real life, but she's built this place, and it's got 13 ranches that encompasses kind of this town. And I imagine it being like in Montana or Wyoming, or, you know, like one of those cowboyish kind of states. Anyway, but there's 13 ranches that are in this town of Steele is the name of this town. And the 13 ranches are run by different families. And so the first book, Barbed Wire Hearts, is this first ranch that we kind of get involved with. The second book is about the second ranch, and then this third book is about another ranch. Anyway, so on and so forth. And so it's definitely kind of giving you genres. We have definitely reverse harem. There is definitely a why choose more than one going on with these books. Definitely we've got cowboy themes. Definitely we've got Touch Her and Die. We've got definite like morally gray. We've got some unhinged. We've got some like psycho behavior going on in a lot of these books, which I love. I love all of it. Give me all of it, because I love it all. In Songbird Hearts, which is the one that I just read, this is actually a cowgirl. So the female main character is the one that comes from this town, one of the ranches in this town. And so it revolves around her. She is a singer, a country singer, and the price of fame, of her rising star in the country world, you know, as she's, you know, rising in fame, and that price is just way too high for her to pay, and she finds that she's losing herself, she's losing her identity, and she ends up at a party one night after an award ceremony where she won this very prestigious award for one of the songs that she didn't even write. She just performed it. She hates it, but she won this award for it. Anyway, she finds herself at this party and sees some things that she was not supposed to see, and so now she has to, she's kind of on the run for her life. She ends up with some bodyguards to, you know, try and help her in this situation, try and kind of protect her. And so that's where we get the romance coming in, and she ends up back in her hometown, the town of Steel, where, you know, obviously all these books are kind of centralized. And that's kind of the premise of this book, Songbird Hearts. She's the songbird, and kind of revolves around kind of what price you'd pay to gain your freedom, and to gain your identity, and to be who you want to be, but still, you know, maintain her love for singing and her love for her town and her family and her roots, and be able to do what it is that she wants to do, but do it in the way that she wants to do it, and to have that freedom. And so anyway, it was a wonderful book. I really enjoyed it. I've got my reviews up on the Zon, my Goodreads, and on my Instagram. I can have all those linked in the description of the video. So if you're interested in any of those, you're welcome to go and check those out. Highly recommend. I recommend this entire series. It is fantastic. Wonderful plots, wonderful storyline. I love the emotions that it invokes. It's very deep, it's very emotive, but you also get plenty of spice, plenty of heat, plenty of tension. That, I mean, obviously, you know, that's part of the reason, you know, why we pick up these books, is for that spice and that heat, and there's definitely a lot of that in these books as well. And so I think it's a wonderful blend of everything that we love about this genre of books, and I think Kendra Moreno does a great job of putting them in her books, so highly recommend. Okay, the next book that I have for you, it is called Crown of Briars. Try and get that up for you here. Crown of Briars by R.L. Perez. Why is this not working? There we go. So, Crown of Briars. This is also part of a series. This is the second book in her series. The first book was called Crown of Slumber. These are fairy tale retellings. There's is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And if you're like me, you've read several Beauty and the Beast retellings. This is a very popular fairy tale to do this type of a book with. It's a beloved fairy tale, especially for book lovers like us. Sorry, someone was at my door. Anyway, So Beauty and the Beast is a very popular fairy tale to do book retellings, because it's got the library, it's got a female main character that loves books, it's got a beast, it's got a curse, it's all the things that we love about books, right? When I tell you that this is one of the best Beauty and the Beast retellings, it was fantastic. And let me just read to you. Let me just read to you the dedication of Crown of Briars to all the readers who were disappointed when the beast transformed into a human. How true is that? How true is that? When you were watching Beauty and the Beast and you saw him transform into a human, and then you saw the human prince and you were like, I mean, he's okay. That's totally me. Anyway, plot was amazing. There is a curse. There is a sentient library. There is servants that have changed. There is a beast. There is a girl and her father. The whole thing is like so reminiscent of Beauty and the Beast as we know it, but it's turned on its head. And it's so original, and it's so good. It's the same, but it's so different that you're like on the edge of your seat you're trying to figure out what's going on. There's court intrigue, there's these subplots, there's like betrayals and all these things going on that you're just not exactly sure. Like, you know the story of Beauty and the Beast, right? So you know what's happening, you know what's going to happen at the end, but you're not quite sure, like, wait, who's the bad guy? Like, who's Gaston? Like, who's, you know? And so you're constantly reading and flipping the pages. You're trying to figure out like how this story melds into Beauty and the Beast, and the whole thing was beautifully done. It was amazing. So, like I said, this is the second book in her series that she's already done, Crowns of the Fae. So this particular book, we are kind of reading about the Earthen Court and the Shadow Court. So we have our female main character, Beauty. She is from the Earthen Court. And then we have our beast, who is from the Shadow Court. And they are coming together as part of a contract, as part of this curse that is on the Shadowlands. And in order to keep the curse at bay, a human bride has to be delivered from the Earthen Court to the beast of the Shadow Court so that the curse can be kept at bay. And really awful things will happen if a human bride is not delivered. And that is literally how we begin the entire story. And it just goes from there. It is fantastic. Now, one thing I will say is this is a dual point of view. So we go from Beauty's point of view to Beast's point of view, and back and forth and back and forth. So it is a multiple point of view. It does take probably 5 or 6 chapters at the beginning for them to even have any interaction with each other. Because, we kind of have to get some character development. She kind of has to tell you what's going on in each of the courts. She kind of has to give you backstory, what's happening with the curse, what's going on with who and why. And so we kind of were building up this world, and we're building up the characters at the beginning. And so for me, it was hard for me to get into it at the beginning. It kind of took me 5 or 6 chapters to be able to get into it. But once I kind of hit that point where everything was explained to me and all that development had happened, and then we hit the ground running, and from there it was just hold on for the ride, because it was just one thing after another, and I was just reading it like crazy. Wonderful, but hang in there, because it does take several chapters at the beginning for it to go, because you have to get things explained to you, you have to get things developed at the beginning so that you can understand what's happening, and you can have context. So just understand and be aware of that's going to happen in this book before the story starts to gain momentum. But once it does, it's fantastic. It is an absolute roller coaster of a book. It is wonderful. Highly recommend it. Again, I do have my reviews on my pages, on and Goodreads, everything. I'll have that all linked for you. But I highly recommend this series as well. She does an excellent job. She's a great author. And she really, really did an excellent job of this Beauty and the Beast retelling. It is literally one of my favorite fairy tale retellings, is this particular one of Beauty and the Beast. It was excellent. Great spice too, great spice. Of course we have Beast, so we have some monster genre going on, monster spice kind of going on in this genre. So it was great. It was fantastic. So highly recommend. All right, let's open up my Arcane Society box that came. I think I know what this is, but I'm not like 100% sure. So let's open it together and see what is in this box, and see if I can do it without cutting my fingers off. One thing about Arcane Society is they put so much tape on their boxes, which I appreciate, because sometimes you pay a lot for these special edition books, and when they come damaged, it really hurts. So I do appreciate the care and the attention that Arcane Society takes in boxing up their books and putting lots of tape and making sure that there's lots of bubble wrap and lots of things in here to protect it. Because yeah, if you know, you know. Yes, I did. Okay. Oof. Here we go. Oh. This is gonna be really hard to do. This is heavy. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, they boxed this so good. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Literally, I could not get the books out of their packaging. Okay, but I got it. So, okay, yes, this is what I thought it was, you guys. This is the Bridge Kingdom special edition. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Have you guys read the Bridge Kingdom? So good. So good, you guys. Okay, so we have the Bridge Kingdom. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. We have the Traitor Queen. Oh, look at these. These are so beautiful. I'm trying not to get my ring light in your shot. Oh, these are stunning. The Inadequate Heir. Oh my gosh, look at these. Are so beautiful. Wow. The Endless War. Oh my goodness. These are stunning, you guys. Look at these. Okay, let me see if I can't get you. If you haven't read The Bridge Kingdom, then you should. It is fantasy and romance and action and war and intrigue and court plots, and oh, they're just beautiful. And just everything that you want in a romantasy. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. I love them. Yes! Anyway, I highly recommend the Bridge Kingdom as well. I'm super excited for these special editions. I read the Bridge Kingdom, I want to say like 6 months ago or something, and I loved it. I was so excited. I wanted to go out and I wanted to buy all of the books like right away. But I held off because I was like, this is so good and these are so popular that I know somebody is going to come out with a special edition. And it was a good thing I waited because Arcane did a great job, and when they said that they were coming out with special editions of it, I was like, yes, absolutely. I knew they were going to do a great job. And it did take a while to ship. Like, I've been waiting, I want to say like 4 months or something for these to come to me. So it's taken a while, but you know what? Patience is a virtue, and I'm glad that I waited because those were stunning. Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to get them on my shelves. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for another edition of Book Talk. I am so excited that you joined me today. If this has been helpful for you, if you enjoy book recommendations, if you like talking about books and whatever else happens to pop up at the time, then think about subscribing and maybe liking this video and maybe hitting notifications. I try to post every week. Obviously, sometimes that doesn't happen. This last week I wasn't able to because, you know, things happen. My husband had a medical thing come up, and so that wasn't able to happen. And you know what? I know you guys know that life happens, and sometimes YouTube just has to take a back seat to your personal life, and that's okay for me. And I hope that's okay for you too. And hopefully we all understand. I love books. You love books. If you want to come and join me, then I would love to have you. This has been another edition of Book Talk, and I will see you next time.